All of the climbing bean plants have died off quite early, just as we were anticipating abundant harvests. Every year I grow at least one batch of climbing French, pole or snap beans in one of the polytunnels, and although there are occasionally some issues, they are generally a reliable and productive crop. This year we decided to grow these climbing beans in grow bags, transplanting 3 plants into each of the large bags filled with a lightweight growing medium. One of the 2 varieties started to produce pods in the last week of May, and the plants of the other variety, which had been set back just after transplanting, were catching up and starting to flower. But in the first week of June, I noticed some of the leaves on both varieties starting to die back, with a grey mold appearing in places along the stems and at the base of some of the plants. I've seen this type of mold and dieback before, which apparently is caused by a fungal disease called Botrytis cinerea, but only with a few plants or quite late in the season, not with a full crop like this. Over the last 2 weeks, we watched most of the plants die off and are now removing all the plants at a time when we should be expecting to be harvesting in abundance. The fungal spores could have originally come from the growing medium mix or somewhere else, and I wonder if we had quickly removed all of the diseased plants, if this would have slowed or stopped the spread to the other plants. But it seems that the conditions inside this polytunnel were ideal for the disease to spread, especially with the cloudy and damp weather that we had at the end of May and the beginning of June. I do wonder if growing the plants in the grow bag made them a lot more susceptible to this type of mold, especially as we had to water these bags every day, increasing the levels of moisture around the base of the plants. And the constrained roots in the container could have caused additional stress for the plants. So, apart from a few runner bean plants growing in the other polytunnel, we don't have any other bean plants growing at this moment, so we won't be getting the summer glut of this normally reliable crop. We just sowed another batch of climbing beans, something we should have done earlier, especially when the first signs of decay appeared, but these plants probably won't start producing until September. So there will be a limited crop quite late in the season, assuming that we can keep this second batch of plants healthy.